Today, I think it would be fun to build a pizza shop in Bloxburg. Let's get to building. So first off, we gotta do a little bit of planning here. So using this plane marking, I'm gonna go ahead and draw out a parking lot. A simple parking lot like that will do. It doesn't need to be anything special. And then for the structure of our pizza place, I want it to have a corner entrance like this. I think something like this for size will do. And then you probably enter in one of these sides, and then we'll have like seating over here, seating here, and then this will be our like kitchen. And then back here we can have bathrooms. I think we'll make this area here storage. I'll actually extend this hallway out a little bit. On this side we can have a manager's office with its own bathroom. And then on this side we will have a little staff lounge. Probably unnecessary for a little pizza shop, but that's okay. I think this will be outdoor seating. Actually, let me mark that out real quick. You know, something like that I think we'll do. And then this will be a road that goes and wraps around the building, and this is where they'll deliver the supplies. Like that, and then I'm actually going to move our parking lot a little bit. And then I'll also go in with the floor and drag out our sidewalk. And I will also put a floor on our parking lot and the sidewalk area around our pizza place. I'm going to keep placing these floors around, and I'll be right back. Okay, now I think it's time we go ahead and color these floors. So I'll go ahead and make this a black concrete, and then the sidewalk, of course, just gray concrete. And actually, this is going to be grass, so I don't need these floors here, because we can just change the neighborhood grass color if we want that to be different. I'll go ahead and color these plain markings a yellow concrete. Actually, I'm going to do white concrete. And then I'm going to head in with a fence, probably this plain short fence, to kind of make a border here. When it comes to this patio area here, I definitely know what texture I want to use. It's this one, the herringbone brick pavers. Oh, and I should probably add a roof. I think a basic flat roof like this will do. Now it's time that we give this place some color. We of course want some red brick probably, I think that would be good. And then maybe this section here we will make a different color. Maybe just white, that could work. And then when it comes to the roof, I may just go black. I think that works. And then now we should probably also add some doors and windows. We want to use this commercial double door. We will definitely put one here for the front door. And then we also want one that leads out to the patio area, but maybe not a double door. Maybe we'll just use a single door for that. I think like that is good. And then for windows, I kind of like this window here. So I think I'll go ahead and copy this window over here to this wall as well. And then for this wall here, because that window doesn't fit, yes, it does come with a smaller size. So then with the windows and doors done, I think we should have some wall trim. What should we do for wall trim? Probably something white maybe would be good, but what material do we want? We could just go concrete. I feel like I see that at a lot of pizza shops. I'll go ahead and copy and paste that to all of the brick walls. And then these white walls here, I don't think we want that same wall trim. I think maybe we'll just go for the tall flat baseboard and color it the same concrete. Okay, I think that's good with the wall trim. I think actually before we finish the exterior, I think I kind of want to head inside and do the interior. So for the inside walls, what should we do here? We of course could go white, maybe we'll use some white. But then I want some other colors I think as well. We could do brick inside as well, we could use some more brick. I mean, yeah, it looks nice, maybe we just go with that. I don't really know what else to do, and it looks fine, so why not? We do need to do something else for the wall trim though. Kind of like the idea of doing red wall trim. We could do something like this, where it just gives that line, and then maybe we go in with this tall flat baseboard and paint that red as well, to give it 2 lines. I kind of like how that looks. Let's go ahead and copy and paste that over. And then we'll also use this flat crown molding and color that red as well. When it comes to these brick walls though, what do I want to do here? We could go with concrete like we did on the outside. Yeah, it doesn't look all that bad. Let me try it on a couple other walls. I think we'll just go with it. It looks fine, it looks good. I think we'll just stick with this. Now for the floor. I think I want to use wood grain or vertical planks. No, I don't like what that's doing there. Let's use wood grain and then give that a wood color, of course. And then for the kitchen, I think I'll go with some sort of tile. Oh, we do have marble. Marble, that could be an option. See how that looks. Yeah, I like the marble. Let's go with that. And then actually, I don't want this to be brick wall. I want this to be white, because that way we can make all of these walls here white as well. And then of course we'll make these walls right here brick. I think we'll worry about these rooms later. I kind of want to work on the main area first. So let's go ahead and grab some counters and let's work on the kitchen. We'll just use these modern counters because they are flat at the top. They don't have like a back to them, if that makes any sense. Like these Shakers counters have a little back to them, and I don't want that. So I think we'll go with these modern counters. We'll just outline all of this with those counters. And then of course here will be the opening to the kitchen. And over here, I'm kind of tempted to build a pizza oven. It's probably going to be a very complicated, basic shape job, so I'm not sure. I'm going to look at some pictures and see what I can do. Okay, so I think I want to try to make one because it'll look really cool when we finish it. So let's go ahead and start with some basic shapes. We'll want to start with a foundation, of course. So I think a height like this is already pretty good. We'll also need some vertical wedges for these corners. I think like a base like that works, that's pretty good. And then of course the pizza oven has like a little opening. So I think what I'll do to copy that is I'll take this concave straight and I'll just use the transform tool to turn that. Do the same thing over here on this side. Probably should scale that out a little bit more. Yeah, like that I think is good. And then we'll definitely need some of these convex straights to give it its kind of round shape. And then we'll of course also have to put one at the top because I don't want it to be flat like this. I also want there to be round at the top. I kind of like that shape more. I don't want it to actually be as much of an arch here. So what I'll do is I will just scale these down a little bit. Yeah, I think I like that more. That's better. And then let's go ahead and put a cube at the back to block it off. And then the last thing we need is a cylinder and drag that up to the ceiling. And there we go. We have ourselves a pizza oven. Of course, we'll just go ahead and color this. I'm thinking white will be good. And then I'll go ahead and wait to color the counter until I know what we're going to color the rest of the counters. But I will go ahead and place another basic shape and scale that all the way down to give ourselves a little bit of a countertop. So let's go ahead and decide what color we want our counters. I mean, we could obviously easily just go white. I'm not sure that I want to do that though, because I feel like that's just basic. We're gonna do it anyways. We're just gonna go white. Why not? But I'm gonna change this pizza oven to a different color. Maybe to something more like this. Yeah, that kind of looks cool. I kind of like that. And then we'll just make that black. And then we'll go ahead and head into appliances and pick out some of the appliances we need. So like we'll obviously need a fridge. We'll take this commercial fridge. And then we don't probably need really anything else, right? Like pizza is what is usually just served at the pizza shop. Like you just get pizza. So then I think that's it for appliances actually. We'll just put our fridge right there and get a counter. And this counter will be our sink. I'm actually going to change this counter too, so you enter here, so that way we can put some more counters up along this wall here. I don't like that fridge though. We're going to get rid of one of the counters, and we'll just move this over. Let's go ahead and add some sinks. Of course, use the dual kitchen sink. Actually, we'll just have one of those there. And then I'm thinking for this counter, I'm trying to decide, it would be cool if it was like a build your own pizza. I kind of like that idea, so like the whole counter is just a bunch of different toppings. So maybe we do that. Let's go and grab a cash register. Do you think we could take a jar that like acts as like a tip jar? Let me see. Yeah, that kind of looks like a tip jar. And then for here, I'm not sure what to do because like if I want all of those different like toppings, we could take a basic shape, take this cube, and we can like flatten that down and resize that to be like that. Yeah, that could be like a thing of toppings. And then go ahead and head into structural. Take the standard square beam and just drag that like that. I will scale that down a little bit though, like that. But that way we can have a little border to this too. Yeah, like that's good, and then that way we can just like copy and paste this a bunch of times to be like the different toppings. But before we do that, let's go ahead and just plan out our toppings. Like this could be sauce, you know, like we'll just go basic. We can have like our tomato sauce, and then next to that we can have like our white Alfredo sauce. And then that's good for sauces. Let's go ahead and grab some cheeses. What would we even use for a cheese texture? Does that look like cheese? I feel like it kind of does. That kind of looks like cheese a little bit. Yeah, that might be the best option there. Using grass as cheese. Why not? I mean, it works. Oh, and let's also go and color. I don't want this to be wood, so let's go and color this. Probably just metal. So then we'll put a little gap, and in here we will start putting our toppings. I think we'll start with like the meats and stuff. So what texture should we use for that? I feel like that kind of looks like meat. Like this could be sausage. We could have ourselves maybe some bacon or something. Or maybe this is sausage, and maybe this is bacon. Yeah, I think that works. And then we also should, of course, have some pepperoni. We definitely need some pepperoni. If we use this, those would be some giant pieces of pepperoni though. Let's see if there's something else we can use. Maybe that. Does that look like pepperoni? I mean, they are a little bit on the bigger side, but maybe that'll work. Like that. I think we'll just go with it. Sure, that works. Looks close enough. And actually, you know what? I think the cash register should probably be at the end. That would probably be a good idea. So that way you make your pizza and then pay for it. And then I can go ahead and move these down over here. And then actually, maybe we can even add a little salad bar to our pizza place. Like this right here could be salad. It's like, what would be a good lettuce texture? It is very interesting trying to find textures for foods. Oh, maybe we could go with that for lettuce. I feel like that's Sure, why not? Why not? I think that works, the old grass material. Actually, I'm gonna delete this here because I'm going to leave that spot for like some salad dressings. I think that works. We have our lettuce, our shredded carrots, our tomatoes, and some red cabbage. We won't have every topping, but just some of the basics. We can add mushrooms. And then we need to get my personal favorite, pineapple. And then what else? What other toppings do we need? Oh, tomatoes. So we can just copy this tomato texture from over here. And what else? What else should we add? Oh, I know what we should do. We should go with olives. That would be good. We now have our selection of pizza toppings. We do kind of need a place to set down the pizzas though. Should have made these a little bit smaller, but that's okay. We have our pizza toppings. It doesn't need to be 100% practical or anything. And then we also want some drinks. I think something basic like this would work. We can put some drinks here and maybe some chips or something here. Okay, that takes care of our drinks. What else do we need in this kitchen? Oh, we need a place to make the pizza dough. I'll just go ahead and grab a cutting board. Put that right here with a rolling pin, or not a rolling pin, but a napkin and ring. I like to use it as a rolling pin. And just for a little decoration, we'll also add some spices there. And I think it would be good since we have some space over here to add some shelving. Just use these basic oak shelves. And on these shelves, we'll just put some more decorations, like some spices and some plants. And I know this doesn't make complete sense, like obviously in a real pizza shop you'd need more counter space, like how are you going to make all of the toppings and prepare all the toppings without space to do that? And like obviously one counter to make pizza crust and stuff isn't like 100% practical, but nobody really cares. Like in Bloxburg it doesn't matter, like one counter is enough. So I also probably didn't need to add like a manager's office and a staff lounge, like again stuff you'd need in real life maybe, but not in Bloxburg, so but that's okay. Here, I'll go ahead and put some sauces for your pizza. Like, let's say you wanted, we didn't put like barbecue sauce over there. If you want like barbecue sauce on your pizza or hot sauce, I'll just go ahead and put those over here like that. You can just drizzle on your pizza at the end. And then over here, I want to add these oil bottles as like salad dressing. Okay, I think that works for the kitchen. Nothing crazy, something simple, which is kind of nice. It works, gets the job done. Now we should go ahead and move on to some seating. So heading into tables, I think we'll just use this outdoor table, kind of like the basic table I usually use for restaurants and stuff like that. And then when it comes to chairs, I'm thinking these formed metal chairs would be good. And we can just go ahead and copy that around the place. Do the same thing over here, although we can probably only fit like one table, but that's okay. Then we should also probably get some bigger tables for if you're coming with a group. I like this industrial dining table. And then we'll go ahead and put these same four metal chairs along all of the sides. We'll just do 4 actually. I think I'll actually rotate all of these like this because that fits better. And then I'll actually do one more of these big tables. And then outside we'll go and put one big table and then a bunch of small tables. And then on the tables we'll go ahead and put this napkin holder in the center. And maybe also we'll put a salt and pepper shaker, like in case we'll put these as like maybe some basic seasonings on top if people wanted to add some more or something. And I'm actually going to go ahead and double up the floor because if I do that and then I paint the top one the wood planks texture, this planks long, then it will double up the floor and it will give it kind of like this. I don't know how to explain it, but it definitely like improves the look a little bit. And then outside I think we should also go ahead and add some umbrellas. And then of course once I color these umbrellas I will also go ahead and close them all. I think I'll just go with this red color for the umbrellas. And now let's go ahead and hop out of build mode and close those all. There we go. Let's go ahead and head into fences and fence this area off. Maybe with this simple metal fence. And then we can also put this small hedge. And then we'll go ahead and put a gate here so people can exit if they want. Actually, you know what? I added these, what are they called? Sleek modern pergolas. And I actually kind of like how that looks a little better. So I'm actually going to go ahead and get rid of the umbrellas. And then I also want to go in with fences and I want to grab the classic hanging lights. And I think that's pretty much good then for our outdoor area. The last thing I want to do is right here. I want to go ahead and grab a square decal. That way I can put like the logo of our restaurant here on this wall. Heading back inside, we should definitely add some lighting. Maybe these traditional pendants would be good. Put one over every single table. We also need some lighting over the kitchen though. For these lights, I might just use these sleek ceiling lights. I actually want to grab this same decal from outside and put it here on this wall. Should we put a fence to kind of like fence off where the line is? Maybe that would be good. I think that works for the main pizza place area. Oh, we should probably put some tables out here as well. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. And then actually, I think I do want to put windows on this wall since we didn't end up putting anything over here. Kind of brighten up the place a little bit too. I think over here we have this empty space. I think we should put a fountain. I think that would fit nicely there. Okay, I think the last thing then to do on this outside area is add some gardening. Okay, I finished the landscaping, just some bushes and flowers, but it looks pretty nice. Now that we have the main area of this whole pizza place done, I think we should move into these back rooms over here. So starting with a door, I think just a standard door will work fine. For the bathroom floors, I think I will color these large mosaic tiles. And for the walls, I will just go basic and just go with white. Not gonna put a ton of detail into these bathrooms because there just doesn't need to be. In plumbing, I will go ahead and grab a sink. I think maybe this industrial sink. And of course, also a toilet. Of course, in decorations, we also need a mirror. Just go with the framed mirror. We'll go ahead and add some lighting. I think I'll use this elderly ceiling lamp. Then I'll go ahead and grab some wall trim. We of course also need some toilet paper. And then we'll also go ahead and grab some soap. And I think that's good for the bathrooms. It's nothing special, but it doesn't need to be, so something basic like this I think is just fine. And we should probably also go ahead and add a sign that says restrooms. I'll go ahead and put these doors here as well for the rest of the rooms. I went ahead and made this room a little bit bigger because I want to go ahead and put a garage door here on this wall. Like that. That way, you know, that's where the trucks will unload stuff. And then again, these rooms don't really matter, so I don't want to put a ton of work at all into these. I'm just gonna kind of make them pretty basic. So I think something like this kind of a basic room will do, and then I'll just go ahead and go into storage. And I'll use these heavy duty shelves. And then on these shelves, I'll just go ahead and put some crates. And then I'll go ahead and use these elderly ceiling lamps to give this room some light. There we go. Something again, just pretty basic like that will do. And then into these last 3 rooms. I'll go ahead and start with this bathroom. I'm going to literally make it identical to the others. Doesn't need to be anything special, it's just that way the manager has his or her own bathroom. Okay, there we go. That bathroom is now done. I'll go ahead and quickly do this office here. For the floor, I'll give it a carpet material, like that. It's great. Paint the walls white. And then for the wall trim, I think we'll do something very different from all the other rooms and do this gray and blue wall trim. And then we definitely need some windows in this office. We'll just give this office 2 windows like that. And then we need a desk. And I like this L-shaped desk, so I think we'll use this. Grab an office chair. Over here on this wall, I'm going to put a bookshelf. And then in between these 2 bookshelves, I will put a painting. Probably going to be a painting of the manager. And then I just want to quickly fill up these bookshelves with some books. And then for the desk, I'll go ahead and put these books here. And then in decorations, I will look for a bookend. We definitely need to get this manager a computer. I'm thinking this iSlim laptop. And then heading back into decorations, we'll grab some papers, a pen cup. And back in electronics, I also want to get this manager a phone. I think that's pretty good. And then we should also get some chairs over here in case someone's waiting or something, or maybe his family here that wants to sit down or something. And then we'll just go ahead and put just a few pillows on these benches here. This manager definitely has one comfy little bench here. Okay, I like that, and I think that's pretty good for the office. Besides, obviously we need to add some lighting. I think I'll just go with these sleek ceiling lights though. Yeah, I think that works for our office here. So then the last room we have to work on is this staff lounge, which I also want to add some windows right away. For the floor, I will make a carpet as well. I'll also make the walls white. It's probably going to be very similar, it's just going to be for the staff instead. But I don't want to use this blue, I do want to go for a different color. Maybe this green could be nice. Let's go ahead and use this. Of course, as always, layering up my wall trim. And then in here we have to decide what we want. It's obviously a staff lounge, so we definitely want some couches in here. Maybe let's go with this contemporary sofa. You could put 2 here against this wall. And then in between I'll go ahead and put a little table. And on this table I will grab some books. And then over here, although the staff probably gets some discounts for food, they probably don't want to eat pizza every single day they're working here. So I'm going to go ahead and put a fridge and microwave over here so that if they brought food, they can heat it up. Well, we obviously need a table for them to eat. Maybe this festive table. Grab some chairs. And then to fill up this wall, I'll also go ahead and add 2 paintings. And then of course, the last thing we need is some lighting. There we go, and I think that's good for our staff lounge. The last thing I need to do before we're all done, and obviously I need to switch the decals, but besides that, I am going to go ahead and add some trees. Okay, so I'm all done now, and now it's time for a final look. Walking up to the left, we have our parking lot. And then over here we have some outdoor seating and a little fountain when you walk up. Then when we enter inside, we're immediately greeted by the logo, Elbafante's Pizzeria. Then over to the side, we have plenty of seating with my cousin over here. Thank you, I'm glad you think so. And then over here we have our build your own pizza line with your sauces, cheese, your meat toppings, and your other toppings. And then we even have our little salad bar. Over here we have our custom drink shelf and our cashier. And then back over here, we have the kitchen. Here we have a place to make the pizza crust. this. And over here we have our pizza oven. It was my cousin's idea to add the fire, which I think is really cool. Shout out to Crafty over there. And so because of that, I made sure to add a fire extinguisher. And one thing I did also add is an oven inside of the pizza oven, so that's actually functional, and I'm actually making a pizza right now. So let me see if it's done. Right there, I can take it, boom, and we have a pizza to eat. Delicious. We also have some custom-made decals. I'm really happy with how they turned out. We have this pizza one here, hot and ready neon looking one there, and this neon pizza here. And then over here, before we go down the hallway, let's go ahead and go out to our outdoor seating over here, this patio out here. Here we have some nice modern pergolas that give some shade, as well as some nice lights. Then we have plenty of seats for 2 people and a nice big table for 4 people. And then we also again have this beautiful logo over here. Heading back inside, down the hallway, these first 2 rooms are bathrooms. I'm sorry about that. The bathrooms are all the same, very basic. I did actually add towels. That was another one of Crafty's ideas. Totally forgot about that. So it's nothing special, but it doesn't need to be. It's just a bathroom. Across the hall over here, we have our storage room. This is where all the pizza toppings and like the bowls for the salads, all the dishes and everything are stored. And then out here is the garage door that leads to this path where trucks can pull up and deliver the goods. And then back into the hallway. Down all the way at the end, we have our staff lounge in here. Just a basic staff lounge. There's a place if you brought your own food for lunch, you can heat it up here. A place to sit, take a break, and then eat your lunch. And in the last room, across the hall here, we have my office. As you can clearly tell with the painting of my avatar. Here we have a desk with a computer so I can do all of the work that I need to do. And then over on this side I also have a bench, so if I have friends or family or someone over and they just need a place to sit, it's a handy thing to have. And then I also have my own bathroom. It's completely identical to all of the others, so nothing special in there, but it's just nice to have my own. Anyways, that was me building a pizza shop in Bloxburg. If you liked it, thumbs up the video, let me know. Comment down below what your favorite pizza topping is. Mine is definitely pineapple. Special thanks to Crafty for giving the idea to put the fire in the pizza oven, and consider subscribing. Have a great day. By the way, I usually keep my neighborhood open, so if you want to break from private servers, feel free to join. I won't be in here all the time, but I'll hop in every once in a while to work, and I'll maybe even open up my pizza shop and some things like that. So please, come join my neighborhood.